We are going live. What is my page though? Unable to locate. Hi, Kate. Okay. Well then, I don't know if we're live or if we're not live. On youtube.com/techstacklp. I think. Everyone live now. Okay, we'll just go with that because I don't know how you guys get here. Because YouTube's, well, you would think that on a page like this it would say, here is your page for your watching your stream, but no, they don't. Let's see if we can figure it out real quick so I can post the right link. YouTube.com TechStackLP. Is it right on my channel page? Is it? Nope. But it does say that I'm live now. Add a specific URL. Cool. How fun is that, YouTube? There we go. Whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de. So who's out there? Hey, Tinkerbell. Awesome. Is it not working with my restream too? It's not working with my restream too. Wow, I don't know why I would want to do this. But it's here. Let's post on Twitter too. Trying the other YouTube thingy. Live thingy. Ta-da! Okay, so let's get into tonight's topic. Tonight's topic is going to be around what can we do next to get this mod moving again, because it kind of stalled a little bit. Hey, Spooderman. And by that I mean we've kind of hit a point where beta 1, that hang on a sec, just got a message from my wife already, just as I sat down to do this. Yes, I did, and I couldn't find it. I couldn't find anything new that I didn't already see, so I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so we're already on this page. So on this page, we can see that there's 3 different things. The unit training queues, that's a complete redesign of something, and I'm not sure we want to tackle that tonight. That might be more of a weekend kind of thing. The config structure doesn't actually get us any new features, and this one's fixed. It's just not showing fixes that haven't shown it up in the thing yet. You know, it looks like I'm gonna have to stop here, guys, and I will be back closer to 8 o'clock. I'm getting pulled away, unfortunately. So give me a few minutes. I'll be back. I'm back, people. Sorry about that. Had to go do something real quick. So we were talking. There's only a few pieces here, right? As far as what we need to still work on. The one's a major rewrite and will break everything. So I don't want to do that. And the other is not going to give us a lot of benefit tonight. So the other day, let's go to Blockbench. The other day, we were working on this, or I was working on this off stream, I guess. So this could be a horse model. It may not be the best, right? You know, coloring obviously for textures is not there yet, but we can make that there. But then I got to thinking, can we reuse the vanilla render? Like, make it our own entity, but reuse the vanilla render. And I think that's what we should try. So I'm going to create a new branch based off of our dev work branch here and call it mounted units. Why am I creating a new branch? Just in case I screw everything up and want to get rid of it real easy. That's the best way of doing it, is to create it as its own branch. Okay, so I also was looking at advancement stuff as well. All the stuff's open here. So let's go ahead and close everything to the right of this. There we go. And you can see we've got this horse render open, right? I think maybe, just maybe, we can create a horse render of our own or call the vanilla horse render at the appropriate time. It does need a abstract horse entity though. That's the only problem. And we don't have a good way of getting an abstract horse entity and a biped entity in one. So I got to figure out a way to deal with that. The abstract horse entity itself, if we look at that, really only has 2 calls that it does. And it just extends mob render. So it's these 2 calls, really this one here, I guess. I'm not even sure about that. This is all client side. This abstract horse render just sets a scale. The scale is a float. Hey, Sammy. Tinkerbell's comment from before. Thank you, Tinkerbell. I think the only way for me to start moving forward with this is just to create the entity and go. And we're under entities. We need to create something that is going to extend our unit entity in order to make this a lot easier on me. So let's go that route. Hang on one sec. I'm going to, where is it? Create. Oh, up here. New class. I have to read this message later. It's really long. I thought it was going to be short. Okay, so we need to first off tell it to extend unit entity, and we'll call it mounted unit. And I want to keep it fairly generic, right? So it's something riding a horse, not that it's not that it's knight, right? Because we might have a knight and we might have a archery cavalry and this, that, and the other thing, right? So this is specific to mounted units only. Okay, so that'll be our entity. This is a very simplistic entity right now, right? It doesn't have anything else in it. It extends monster entity. We don't need the predicate thing. Okay, and then let's go down to where we register the entity. It's in their proxy, probably. No, entities. Okay, let's set up this new one. I just want to get the basics down, because once I get the basics down, then I'll be able to jump into it better. Okay, so target entity, we've got to do this one. And we're going to name this mounted entity. Okay. And mounted entity. Okay, and we will create this one as a monster itself. And this monster type needs to say the proper name, mounted entity. Boop, boop. And it needs to instantiate the right type. So mounted unit. Mounted unit. Let's actually rename that so that it's in line with our other ones. So we're going to do Control Shift R, Alt-Shift-R, sorry. Mounted entity. There we go. That should name it there. Okay, cool. So we have all that. Now in our client proxy, we're going to have a renderer probably registered for this. Yeah. So we need to create the renderer as well. So let's get on that piece next. So renders. And we can take probably our minion renderer. It's the closest thing we've got right now. And rename it to Quackery and Jack, you're back. Yes, I am. Had to step away for a few minutes. Unexpected. Mounted renderer. There we go. And this one's not going to take a minion entity. It's going to take a mounted entity. And does it need a minion model? No, it needs a mounted model. Okay, so then we got to create a mounted model. Should be, there it is. The plan is to try and work on a mounted unit so that we can get in cavalry, basically, right? This needs a mounted entity. Don't need to worry about armor, don't worry about super, don't worry about the body, all that stuff's junk. Okay. And then this, go back here on the mounted render. You can now say mount model. There we go. And this is adding a layer. We don't need to add that layer anymore, I don't believe. So we'll try that without that. We do want a mounted entity here. That's the hope. So, Gazer, as I'm going to run this in a minute, I realized that... Oh, hey, Ballista. I realized that there is actually control groups working in the mod, if you didn't see that message. It was just a key binding. The control key is set to key 2 for some weird reason, and that was what was causing the problem. Yeah, control groups. So I bring that up because that's the easiest way to do flanking maneuvers, right? Okay, so we've got our two entity pieces here, so we can say mounted entity, mounted render. Yeah, no joke, man. So everybody that's watching, how is the stream tonight? Like, is the quality good? Is the page good? That kind of thing, because I'm now using a different control panel, different way of streaming on YouTube, and I'm not sure if it's really different for you guys or if it's all the same. So let me know if it's better, worse, same. It's telling me right now that the stream is not optimal because I'm streaming in 720p for some reason instead of whatever it is they want, which apparently is not 720p. Whatever. Same thing, I've been streaming it forever. Okay, so this minion model, or mounted model, is based off of a biped, which we don't want. Because we don't want it to render as a person. Not directly. Oh no, it's not, is it? It's the same quality, but it's broken stream avatars. Of course it would. Let me see if I can fix that. Hang on a sec, guys. Let's see if I can fix it. I'm gonna re-log into Stream Avatar, see if that does it. Okay, it's logged in. Now let me connect it. Somebody say something. I'm not even down there. RIP. I will taunt you all with stars then. But you can't jump and get. Well, it looks like we're going to be going back to the other stream page for the next stream. Which is fine by me. It doesn't really seem any better from my standpoint. Yeah, no stream avatars. That stinks. If you guys want it, I can stop the stream and go over to our normal stream page. Like, I can just restart it over there. Yeah, let's do that. Give me a minute here, guys. We're going to switch back to the other stream page. The other live dashboard. So I'm going to go offline for a minute, and then I'll drop a message in the chat to the other stream page. In fact, I'll grab that stream page right here and paste it right there. So if you go there, that's where I'm going to start streaming to in a moment.